So, any questions you got?
Sorry, bro, can you actually show us what the actual MPC can do other than just the program inside? Because obviously this is the same as any other MPC. So
no, it's quite different.
Yeah, I mean what you've just done, you could do on any MPC. So what does this do different?
Right. Well, it's very different because this MPC is very different than a lot of the other ones because the timing is very different. The 4000 used to have a timing of 960, which is a thing called PPQ, which is it's pulses per second, and the old MPCs are 96. So when you do a lot of beats like, I'll just show you something. We've got the quantize off, and we do a tempo of about 94. The timing and the move, it will not be on the money. This is what this does different.
This is on off.
Yeah, quantize off. Quantize off.
Yeah.
Alright. Layering samples, you want to layer samples. There's a lot of new features for really beefing up the kicks and snares, which is kind of production vibe. There's a built-in synthesizer as well. You've got a lot of synth sound. So before you load up, I'm just going to show you some kind of more electro vibe, okay? What you can do with a synth.
Oh my god!
Show them that I'm
Just really quickly. So there's loads and loads of synth sounds. You can take the synth sound and use the.
So are the synth sounds saved on the hard drive?
Yeah, you've got an 80 gig hard drive which is just filled up with
80 gig?
Yeah.
It's better than my fucking computer.
Stacked with loads and loads of samples, loads and loads of stuff. So, and you've got an 8-track hard disk recorder as well. So if you're doing remixes, you can just flip in your acapellas, sync it to the beats.
So you can pretty much do a whole song on this contraption?
Yeah, everything.
Can you upgrade that?
Yeah, no, you can put a CD drive in there, but you've got USB, so some people don't need that. It's really, and you can put more memory. It comes with 64 meg, but you can put 198 into it. There was a lot of controversy on the MPC forum, which is one of the reasons, I don't know, some of you probably go on it, But everyone was complaining why we only got 198 meg in it. And the thing is,
Come on, guys.
the MPC 4000, we felt that we didn't need a lot of features that are on it because the thing was just too powerful. And for people who just want to make beats and program, this has got everything you need in it. Any other questions you got?
I've got a question. Is there anything new in it? You know, you've got the editing screen, you've got time stretch, and you know, is there anything new there?
Yeah, it's got completely new filters inside. It's a completely new sound engine. You know, I'm very fussy about sound, like probably a lot of you guys are. I use a lot of EQ for EQing drums, and I do a lot of resampling. If there's any kind of tricks I can teach you, every time you do a track, and if you use expensive EQ, make sure you resample your samples after you've done the track, because they're processed. And then you layer over those samples, and when you finish your next track, you resample your samples again, and you keep layering. Okay?
Easy. I hope everyone caught that, yeah?
And another trick, you don't necessarily need to isolate all the different drums as well with separate outputs. If you're going to spend money on something, buy a good mixed bus compressor. You know, get away from plugins. Buy 1 or 2 decent pieces of hardware because it will make your life easy. You know, a lot of people wonder why people use expensive stuff in the studio. It's because it gets the job done. You know, you buy it for a reason. So compression is the key for making your drums bang hard. You know, not so much. You know, EQ is not important. Mastering the art of layering is the first thing that's essential. Knowing, you know, if you've got a kick drum, knowing how to make it fat. EQ is not the answer. It's layering your components. Once you've done that, the compression will hold everything where you want it in the mix. And the more money you spend, the better your drums are going to sound.
Alright, see it there. One question we've got from the cocktail mixer team. Yeah. Has the MPC 5000 got an inbuilt compressor?
Yeah, you got one.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So which is it?
No, it's just the software.
This is just general.
It compresses it by itself.
Yeah, you've got on the master outputs, you've got compression and EQ, which, you know, it's very, very useful for guys who want everything into the box, okay? But still remember, when you're listening to people's tracks of a higher level, you know, they're not going to be using those kind of compressors. They're going to be using SSL, API, NEED, all those kind of things, you know, so...
Leave in a box.
Some people like their shit to bleed, you know what I mean? Just let it bleed. Like, when you listen to Kanye West stuff, and it's just like, is that right? You know, is that technically right? But so what? It sounds good. Anyone got any more questions? Oi, yeah, good question. What's the price?
Yes. 1549. But if you go to Digital Village, we'll hook you up a deal. So.
What kind of deal? Like when the decimal point moves over like a couple digits, or?
No, we'll sort you out.
Okay, see you then.
Digital Village.
Sorry, can I ask? What branch are you at?
No, I don't work for Digital.
Oh, just checking.
I'm gonna come and see you, man. I need a microphone. Oh man. Any other questions? Come on, guys. This guy is from like AKAI and shit, man.
Sorry, when you buy this now, does it come like this, or do you have to? Because some
fully loaded.
yeah, some places you buy something and you have to buy extra stuff.
Yeah, no. You can buy an extra piece of memory.
Right.
Take it up to 198.
How much does that cost?
64.
How much does that cost?
Probably about 99 quid.
Okay.
And then you can buy a CD drive as an option.
Okay.
If you want. But
CD drive.
Yeah, buy a CD drive.
What's in here at the moment as a standard? What's the default?
64. You've got 64 meg. It's filled with loads and loads of samples. You've got a load of
Is it flash card?
Yeah.
Okay.
As well. Now, from the flash card, it's really useful. Anyone who's got a 1000 or 25, you can put up to 4 gig into these. As soon as you put it into the machine, it will come up on your hard drive, on the computer, on your desktop, and you just drag all your samples onto here, flip it into the
I'm
front.
still using a floppy disk. What am I doing? I need to upgrade, man.
I changed mine.
I use a lot of old technology as well, but the thing with the old MPCs is that the zip drives and stuff that some of you probably still use are redundant. You know, I went to some old stuff the other day and everything wouldn't load up, and you lose a lot of your old technology. So, you know, these things are really sophisticated. They sound amazing, and if you've got some good library, you can do some incredible stuff with them.
Headache quick became a migraine. Amplify and see if it's on the MPC. Shit. This thing, let's just say this machine is capable, okay? It's capable.